Henry McClure live. I went to city council today and I had kind of had a whole thing I wanted to talk about. But what I saw happen to a small business guy, I just watched the guy's life get ruined. He could have gotten bought out by Maverick at 29th and Fairlawn, or sorry, at I-70, 6th Street and Fairlawn. Hell, today at 29th and Fairlawn, I got jammed up. I missed the light one time waiting because the traffic was so bad. And like for every reason tonight that the city council wanted to say no to why to put Maverick there, is the exact reason that's where you put a a convenience store. So they were willing to go forward without the truck stop. But Doug is that little place down on the corner, and he was going to get bought out. And he could have retired. He was talking tonight about all the damage that the vandalism, and he has to pay for all the repairs. This town is mind numbing to the head. And I'm just worried about people just going ahead and voting for the polished politician. That's what I'm running against. I'm running against the polished politician. He's pretty graceful at being a politician. But I'm the guy that's got to deal with the Dougs of the world to deal with the aftermath. You know, unbelievable. Unbelievable what happened to this. Why would Maverick ever want to come here and do business in Topeka? I was told that Maverick won't be suing because of, they said, look, if you come here, we'll just ruin you. You'll be ruined. I mean, he said that they were threatened, and I believe him. I mean, I think there's been massive attempts to make sure that I get no benefit ever of the sales tax money. Think about it. I asked the other day, years ago, for $100,000 to extend a sewer for Pizza Hut up behind Ace Hardware, and no, it was denied. And I believe the money was used for infrastructure. It's supposed to be used for infrastructure. Then I asked for a couple $100,000 to tear down that Travelers Hotel. I think the whole I think the whole deal would sell better without Travelers. The dirt. No. But then on the other hand, in a secret meeting at Go Topeka, they approved $9.5 million to give to Cody Foster and the AT&T building. They allow. Do you know that I can't even get a Cora request answered about? Well, whose responsibility is it to collect the back taxes? I asked Jimbo to just go ahead and deed those over to the land bank. Uh, the mayor or any of the governing body could jump on that and make that deal. What's terrible about what's going on is not only does he control the land because he still has title to it, he doesn't have to pay for it. And then that way, it's almost like his way of making sure he controls the future. Oh man, and also then the police chief wanted $150,000 to do a study on employees that just is going to end up saying, well, you need more staff. Well, why spend 150,000 on that? I think with the AI, if you learn how to use it, look at Perplexity, look at Grok. There's a couple of really good. There's a lot of good AI out there, and literally, here's what you do: you take everybody in the police department and write down what needs to be changed. Write an essay, write one word, whatever. And then we could take everybody's response, feed it into AI, and there's your personnel study right there. I mean, 150,000. I mean, it's the guy that's going to do the study. He's going to use AI anyway to write it. Oh man. You guys, if you don't get out and do something about this, if you guys don't get out and do something about this, you're just going to have more of the same. I'm doing what I can. Oh man, I there was some really mean person today at city council that said something about my behavior from 19 years ago. God saved my life on May 2nd, 2015 at 4:44 in the morning. And trust me, I paid for my transgressions. I'm telling you, the pain of death isn't bad as the pain of your transgressions. Have I ever made mistakes? Absolutely. Do I remember all of them? Oh, not all of them. That transcendence thing was kind of wild. I might spend the rest of my life trying to figure out the 5 or 6 hours 4 to 6 hours, who knows, of going through this transcendence. But I want to say God bless to everybody. I want to say God loves you. I do too. But what happened today to old Doug and the auto repair guy, it's just right in your face what's going on of really who runs this city. Lawrence Bay be an indicator. Look at the elites, as Sandy Lassiter said, the oligarchs. Saw her tonight. Boy, I want to thank Dave Banks for at least voting no to for trying to doing his best to help Doug. I will tell you, Topeka, I know better than anybody. You'll pay for these transgressions until we start all coming together and we all get on the same page. Until we can redefine what economic development is. Until we can stop funding the NGOs and just letting them dole out money. We got to start fixing our streets. We got to make sure we got clean water. We got to make sure the police department is well funded and more personnel. One thing that I think would be really wise is, and besides putting the Citizens Commission together, we got to do that. But it would be great to make sure that Brian Hill and the chief are on the same page. And I'd really like to know what he wants to know with this personnel study. Anyway, I'm gonna get some sleep. Pray to God, because I got big deals to make tomorrow, baby. I love you all. Good night.